The sun was rising over the small town of Miranpur, casting a warm orange glow across the quiet streets. Birds chirped in the distance as the early morning traffic slowly started to move. People walked along the sidewalks carrying bags, chatting softly, or simply enjoying the fresh air. Among them was Imran, a kind and gentle man in his late 40s, walking carefully with his loyal companion. A large German shepherd named Rex. Rex moved steadily beside Imran, his strong, muscular body guiding him as he walked. Imran was blind, but with Rex by his side, he never felt helpless. The dog was not just a pet. He was a partner, a friend, and a protector. Rex moved with confidence, stopping at curbs, alerting Imran to obstacles and keeping a watchful eye on the surroundings. Meanwhile, Rafi, a young man in his early 20s, revved his motorcycle loudly as he rode along the main street. He loved the sound of the engine and the way the wind rushed past him. Rafi was known in town for his daring stunts and bold attitude. He often rode through the streets showing off for anyone watching. He liked the thrill of speed and the attention he received from others. As Rafi approached the corner of the street, he noticed Imran and Rex walking along the sidewalk. He slowed slightly, then grinned mischievously. "Just a dog," he muttered to himself, smirking. "Nothing to worry about. Maybe I can have a little fun." Rafi's idea of fun was often careless, and he didn't think about consequences. He slowed his bike and nudged Rex lightly with his foot as he passed. It was meant to be a joke, a small push to startle the dog, but it was not what Rafi expected. Rex yelped sharply, more from surprise than pain. His ears perked, and he turned his head toward Rafi immediately. Even in that brief moment, Imran felt the jolt. He reached out instinctively and steadied Rex, his hand resting gently on the dog's strong back. "What are you doing?" Imran asked, his voice calm but firm. "Why would you kick a dog?" Rafi laughed nervously, waving his hand dismissively. "Relax, old man. It's just a dog. No harm done," he said. He revved his bike again and sped off, leaving a cloud of dust behind. Imran looked down at Rex. The dog was alert now, his eyes focused and sharp. Rex's tail stopped wagging. He did not move aggressively, but his body language made it clear he was ready to protect his handler if needed. Imran rubbed his face, feeling a mix of frustration and concern. "Rafi doesn't understand," he muttered to himself. Rafi, riding down the street, felt proud for a moment, thinking his joke had been harmless. He imagined people on the street noticing him and admiring his boldness. But inside there was a small nagging feeling. Something about Rex's reaction had unsettled him, though he quickly ignored it. Meanwhile, at a cafe a few streets away, Officer Samir, a tall and serious man, was sipping tea and reviewing some reports. His keen ears picked up the commotion outside. He noticed Rafi speeding past on his bike, laughing, and then saw Imran standing with Rex, adjusting his hat and calming the dog. Something in Officer Samir's experience made him frown. He recognized Rex immediately. "That's not just any dog," he muttered to himself. "That's Rex, the K9 unit dog, and that boy just kicked him." Back on the street, Rafi parked his bike near the cafe. He swung his leg off the bike, still feeling proud and amused by his own audacity. He pushed his helmet off, revealing a mop of black hair, and walked toward the cafe door. As he reached for the handle, he felt a strong hand on his shoulder. "Rafi," said Officer Samir, his voice low but firm. "Do you know who you just kicked?" Rafi turned, startled, and met the officer's intense gaze. He frowned. "What do you mean?" "It's just a dog," he said, trying to sound confident. "It's Rex," Samir replied sharply. "He's not just a dog. He is a highly trained K9 unit. He works with Imran here, who is blind. Rex is trained to protect, detect danger, and assist his handler. You cannot treat him like a normal dog." Rafi blinked, his face flushing with embarrassment. I didn't know," he stammered. "I thought he was just a pet." "I didn't mean anything." Imran and Rex appeared at that moment, walking calmly toward them. Rex sat beside Imran, looking up at Rafi with eyes that seemed to measure his sincerity. Imran's calm face did not show anger, but his voice carried quiet authority. "Actions have consequences," Imran said. "Rex is trained to respond when needed. You could have put yourself or others in danger. You cannot be careless with trained animals." Rafi's shoulders slumped. He looked down at his shoes, ashamed. The laughter and thrill he felt moments ago seemed foolish now. He had not realized that even a small act of thoughtless mischief could have serious consequences. I'm sorry," Rafi said quietly, almost to himself. "I didn't know." I didn't mean to hurt him. Rex shifted slightly, still watching Raffi, and let out a soft, low bark. It was not aggressive, but it reminded Raffi that Rex was alert, intelligent, and aware. Raffi nodded, understanding that the dog was not only a companion to Imran, but a protector and a responsible partner in the work he did. Officer Samir studied Raffi for a moment, then said, "If you want to understand Rex, you need to see him in action. Only then will you know why respect is necessary. Follow me." Raffi hesitated, feeling nervous but curious. Okay, he said finally. "I want to understand." Imran gave a small nod, signaling Rex to stay calm. Rex sat obediently, his ears alert, his eyes still on Raffi. For the first time, Raffi felt the weight of his actions. He realized that what he thought was a harmless joke could have turned into something dangerous. As they walked toward the police training field, Raffi glanced at Rex, noticing the strong, disciplined movements and the sharp focus in the dog's eyes. Each step Rex took seemed deliberate, purposeful, and full of intelligence. Raffi's respect for the dog began to grow. He understood that this was not just a pet, but a partner trained for important work. The street behind them returned to its quiet rhythm, with townspeople going about their morning routines, unaware of the incident that had just occurred. The small town seemed peaceful, but Raffi knew that he had learned a lesson that morning that he would not forget. By the time they reached the training field, Raffi's mind was full of thoughts. He knew that he had acted recklessly and that his behavior needed to change. And for the first time, he felt a deep curiosity about Rex, the dog who could do things he had never imagined, and about the bond between Imran and his loyal companion. That morning marked the beginning of a change in Raffi. A simple joke had become a lesson, one that would teach him respect, responsibility, and the importance of understanding the world around him. Raffi followed Officer Samir through the streets, his mind still racing with the events of the morning. He felt a mixture of guilt and curiosity. He had never seen a dog like Rex before, and the realization that he had treated a highly trained K9 with careless humor left him unsettled. The streets slowly became quieter as they approached the outskirts of the town. A large building with a tall fence and open field stretched before them. The sign above the gate read, Miranpur Police K9 Training Center. Raffi's eyes widened. He had no idea that such a facility existed in his town. "Here is where Rex trains and practices his skills," Officer Samir said, leading him through the gate. "You need to understand that K9 dogs are trained to follow commands with precision. They work for the safety of the public and the protection of their handlers. They are not ordinary pets. What you did could have been dangerous." Raffi swallowed nervously. "I understand now, sir," he said. "I didn't know. I didn't mean any harm." Imran was already there, standing beside Rex, who sat attentively at his side. His calm demeanor contrasted with the serious purpose of the training center. "Raffi, actions have meaning. Respect must be earned and trust must be maintained. Today you will see how Rex works and why he cannot be treated lightly," Imran said. Rex immediately sensed Raffi's presence. His ears perked and he took a step forward, tilting his head slightly. There was intelligence in his eyes and awareness that went beyond normal animals. Raffi felt a shiver run down his spine. This was no ordinary dog. The training began with simple obedience drills. Rex responded instantly to Imran's commands, running, sitting, and turning with flawless precision. Each movement was sharp and controlled. Raffi watched in awe as Rex completed each task without hesitation. The dog's focus was intense and his movements were smooth and confident. "This is just the beginning," Officer Samir explained. "Rex can detect hidden objects, track scents, and respond to dangerous situations. Every action he takes is carefully trained and has a purpose." Raffi followed them to a section of the field where objects were hidden among trees and bushes. Imran gave a command and Rex immediately began to move through the area, sniffing the ground with concentration. Within minutes, Rex found a small hidden bag, bringing it back to Imran and placing it at his feet. Raffi was amazed. "He found it so fast," he said, astonished. "I would never have seen it even if I looked carefully." Officer Samir nodded. "This is just one of many skills. Rex can also respond to danger, track missing people, and protect his handler when needed. You cannot treat a K9 dog like a normal pet." Raffi felt ashamed as he remembered the joke he had made earlier. He had laughed, thinking Rex was just a dog that could not react seriously. Now he understood how wrong he had been. "I am really sorry, sir," Raffi said quietly. "I didn't realize." The next part of the training involved simulated danger situations. A trainer acted as an intruder, carrying a small harmless object while Rex had to detect the person and alert Imran. Rex moved silently, quickly approaching the intruder without making a sound. With a sharp bark, he indicated that the person was there. Imran immediately responded and Rex stayed alert, showing readiness to protect. Rafi was impressed and nervous at the same time. He realized that if he had not backed away quickly that morning, Rex might have responded in a protective way. The thought made Rafi's heart beat faster. He understood now that Rex's role was serious and any careless behavior could have consequences. After the exercise, Imran praised Rex calmly. "Good work, Rex. You are always alert and ready," he said, patting the dog's strong back. Rex wagged his tail slightly but remained focused, as if understanding the importance of his work. Officer Samir then turned to Rafi. "Do you see now? Rex has a responsibility. He protects his handler and he works to keep people safe. What you did was not just a joke. It was a moment that could have been dangerous." Rafi nodded, his head lowered. "I understand. I didn't think about it. I was wrong." The officers then showed Rafi other dogs in training. Each one had a special skill. One could track scents over long distances, another could search buildings, and another was trained to find missing persons. Rafi's eyes widened with every demonstration. He had never seen animals so focused and disciplined. "I never imagined dogs could do so much," Rafi said, his voice full of awe. "They are smarter than many people I know." Imran smiled gently. "They are trained to work with humans. They are loyal, disciplined, and dedicated, but they also require respect and care. You must never underestimate them." Rafi spent the entire morning at the training field watching Rex perform each skill flawlessly. He began to understand the bond between Imran and Rex, the trust that had been built over years of training and companionship. Rex was not just a dog. He was a partner, a friend, and a protector. By midday, Rafi felt a deep sense of humility. He had started the day thinking he was clever and bold, but he ended it understanding that respect and responsibility were far more important. He watched as Rex guided Imran through the field, each step confident and sure, and he realized that trust between a human and a canine dog was something extraordinary. Officer Samir finally turned to Rafi. "If you want to make amends and learn, you need to show respect, care, and understanding. You have a long way to go, but today is the first step." Rafi nodded, feeling a mix of determination and nervousness. He wanted to do better. He wanted to show that he had learned from his mistake. He knew that words alone were not enough. Actions mattered most. Imran then called Rex to his side and gave him a command to demonstrate one final skill. Rex ran swiftly to a distant area of the field, sniffing the air and ground carefully. He located a hidden object and returned, placing it gently at Imran's feet. The precision, focus, and loyalty of Rex amazed Rafi completely. Rafi realized that the dog he had kicked in thoughtless humor had performed this incredible work daily, keeping people safe and supporting his blind handler in ways Rafi could barely imagine. The lesson was clear. Careless actions could harm others, and respect must always be earned. As the afternoon sun began to sink toward the horizon, Rafi sat quietly at the edge of the field watching Rex and Imran. He felt a deep sense of responsibility growing inside him. The incident that morning had been a turning point. He now understood the importance of respect, care, and understanding. Rafi finally spoke, his voice quiet but sincere. "I will be more careful. I will respect Rex, all canine dogs, and the people who work with them. I promise to learn and never make the same mistake again." Imran looked at him with a calm, approving smile. "Words are important, but actions are more important. Show respect in your actions and you will earn trust." Rafi nodded, feeling the weight of the lesson. He had seen Rex in action, understood the discipline, loyalty, and intelligence of canine dogs, and realized the value of responsibility. He had made a mistake, but now he had the chance to do better. The sun dipped lower, casting a golden glow over the training field. Rafi watched Rex move confidently beside Imran, guiding and protecting him with unwavering focus. It was a moment that Rafi would never forget, a lesson he would carry for the rest of his life. The next morning, Rafi woke up with a strong sense of determination. He could not stop thinking about Rex and the lessons he had learned at the training field. The memory of the moment when he had kicked Rex and the realization of the dog's abilities weighed heavily on him. He knew that he had acted carelessly, and now he wanted to make amends. Rafi dressed quickly and walked toward the police K9 training center. The air was crisp and fresh, carrying the sounds of birds singing and the distant chatter of the town waking up. His heart raced with nervousness and anticipation. He had no idea how Imran and Rex would respond, but he was determined to show them that he had learned from his mistake. As Rafi entered the training center, he saw Rex performing exercises with Imran. The dog moved gracefully, responding to every command with precision. His loyalty and focus were evident in every action. Rafi felt a deep sense of respect for Rex. He realized that the bond between a K9 dog and its handler was built on trust, patience, and mutual understanding. Imran noticed Rafi and nodded gently. "Good morning, Rafi," he said. "I see you have returned. That is a good sign. Respect and learning come from taking responsibility, not just from words." Rafi bowed his head slightly. "Good morning, sir. I want to learn more about Rex and how to properly respect him. I want to understand the work you and Rex do every day." Imran smiled softly. "Very well. Today you will not only observe, but you will also participate. You will see the full extent of Rex's training and learn what it takes to earn a dog's trust." Officer Samir guided Rafi to a separate area of the field. "Rafi, today you will assist in training exercises. You will see how a canine dog works under real conditions. Remember, this is not a game. Rex and the other dogs are trained for serious work. Your role is to observe and learn, and your actions must reflect respect." Rafi nodded eagerly. He followed the officer, trying to keep his nervousness under control. His hands trembled slightly as he adjusted his shirt. The responsibility of being part of this training, even as an observer, made him feel both anxious and honored. The first exercise involved scent detection. Imran hid a small object somewhere in the field, and Rex was instructed to find it. The dog immediately sniffed the air, moving quickly and confidently. Within minutes, Rex located the object and returned it to Imran without hesitation. Rafi watched in awe, noting how focused and disciplined the dog was. "Notice how precise Rex is," Officer Samir explained. "Every movement, every sniff, every step has a purpose. He trusts Imran and follows commands because of training and respect. Trust and respect are earned, not given lightly." Rafi nodded, his mind absorbing every detail. He realized that Rex's skills were not just impressive. They were the result of years of dedication and patience. He had underestimated the dog, and now he understood the importance of respecting both Rex and his handler. Next, Rafi observed a controlled protection drill. A trainer acted as an intruder, moving around the field while carrying a harmless object. Rex was instructed to locate the person and alert Imran. The dog moved silently and swiftly, stopping only when he found the trainer. With a sharp bark and a controlled stance, Rex indicated the presence of the intruder. Imran responded calmly, guiding Rex and showing perfect coordination between them. Rafi could hardly believe what he was seeing. The level of trust, discipline, and skill displayed by Rex was far beyond anything he had imagined. He felt ashamed for thinking that a simple joke would have no consequences. He realized that Rex could have reacted differently if he had sensed danger that morning. After the exercise, Imran praised Rex, patting him gently on the back. "Good work, Rex. You always remain focused and disciplined. That is why you are trusted and respected." Rafi watched Rex's calm demeanor and loyal behavior. He felt a strong desire to earn even a small part of that trust. He wanted to show that he had learned from his mistake and that he was willing to respect Rex's abilities and work. Officer Samir then asked Rafi to participate in a simple exercise. Rafi's task was to act as the handler while Rex followed commands. The first step was basic obedience. Rafi instructed Rex to sit, stay, and come. The dog responded perfectly, demonstrating his training and discipline. Rafi was amazed at how easily Rex followed commands even from someone other than Imran. "This is part of earning respect," Officer Samir explained. Even when Rex follows another person's commands, he observes sincerity and care. Actions reflect intent. If you act with respect, the dog responds positively. If you act carelessly, the dog will remain cautious or defensive. Raffi took a deep breath and tried again. He gave commands clearly and calmly. Rex responded immediately, his eyes attentive and focused. Raffi felt a sense of accomplishment and relief. He realized that respect and patience were not just words. They were actions demonstrated through care, calmness, and understanding. After several exercises, Imran guided Raffi to a shaded area of the field. He sat on a bench while Rex rested at his side. "Raffi, today you are learning more than just commands and skills," Imran said. "You are learning responsibility, trust, and respect. These are lessons for life, not only for working with canine dogs. Every action matters. Every choice has a consequence." Raffi listened carefully, feeling the weight of Imran's words. He had acted thoughtlessly before, and now he understood that true strength came from awareness, patience, and respect. He realized that the bond between a human and a canine dog was sacred, built on trust and dedication. By midday, Raffi felt a change within himself. He had observed Rex in action, participated in exercises, and seen the dog's intelligence, loyalty, and discipline firsthand. The experience had opened his eyes to a world he had never understood. He felt a deep sense of gratitude for the opportunity to learn and a commitment to behave differently in the future. As the sun rose higher in the sky, casting warm light over the field, Raffi knelt beside Rex. He offered a gentle pat on the dog's head, careful not to startle him. Rex looked at Raffi, eyes calm but alert, as if judging his sincerity. Raffi spoke softly. "I promise to respect you and your work. I understand now how important your role is, and I will not make the same mistake again." Rex wagged his tail slightly, staying close to Imran, but the moment felt meaningful for Raffi. He realized that trust was something that had to be earned, not demanded. He had taken the first step toward making amends, but he knew that he had to continue showing respect through his actions. Officer Samir approached and nodded approvingly. "You are learning quickly, Raffi. Remember, respect is shown in every action. Treat all living beings with care and responsibility. That is the true lesson of working with canine dogs." Raffi stood up, feeling a mix of pride and humility. He had come to the training center feeling nervous and uncertain, but now he felt determined and enlightened. The experience had changed his perspective, and he knew that he would carry these lessons with him forever. Imran smiled gently at Raffi. "You have taken a good first step. Remember, respect is earned every day. Be patient, be responsible, and always act with care." Raffi nodded. "I understand, sir. Thank you for teaching me. I will not forget today's lesson." As the afternoon sun bathed the training field in golden light, Raffi walked beside Rex and Imran, feeling a new sense of purpose. He knew that he had made a mistake, but he also knew that he could grow from it. He had learned the true value of respect, trust, and responsibility. For the first time, Raffi saw Rex not just as a dog, but as a partner, a protector, and a teacher. He realized that every action had meaning, and that even a small gesture could affect others in ways he had never imagined. The lesson was clear, and Raffi was ready to live by it. The day ended with Rex performing one final demonstration. He guided Imran through a complex path of obstacles with precision and care. Raffi watched in admiration, understanding that Rex's skill, loyalty, and discipline were the results of years of training and trust. He felt inspired to show the same dedication and respect in his own life. As Raffi left the training center that evening, he looked back at Rex and Imran. The dog sat calmly, watching him with alert eyes while Imran smiled gently. Raffi knew that the journey of learning respect and responsibility was only beginning, but he felt ready for it. He had seen the world from a new perspective, and he understood that true strength and trust came from patience, care, and understanding. The following morning, Raffi woke up early. The sun had barely risen, but he felt a strong determination to do the right thing. He could not stop thinking about Rex and Imran, and he knew that simply saying sorry was not enough. He wanted to show through his actions that he had learned from his mistake, and that he respected both the dog and his handler. After a quick breakfast, Rafi put on his jacket and headed toward the park where Imran often walked with Rex. The streets were quiet, and the fresh morning air filled his lungs. His heart pounded with nervous anticipation. He hoped that Imran and Rex would allow him to approach, and he reminded himself to stay calm and respectful. As he entered the park, he saw Imran standing under a large tree, Rex at his side. The dog sat patiently, scanning the surroundings with alert eyes. Rafi slowed his steps, taking care not to startle Rex. He held a small bag in his hand, which contained treats for Rex and a small gift for Imran, a token of respect and apology. "Good morning, sir," Rafi called softly, bowing his head slightly. "I hope you will allow me to apologize properly." Imran looked at him, his calm expression showing a mix of curiosity and approval. "Good morning, Rafi. I see you have come back. That is a positive sign. Respect is shown through action, not just words. Let us see your sincerity." Rafi nodded, feeling both nervous and determined. He knelt down slightly and held out a treat to Rex. The dog sniffed the treat carefully, then accepted it gently. Rafi felt a wave of relief and joy. Rex's acceptance, even in this small way, felt like a sign of trust beginning to form. "I am really sorry for what I did," Rafi said sincerely. "I did not know Rex was a canine dog, and I acted thoughtlessly. I want to learn from my mistake and show respect in the future." Imran smiled gently. "Words are important, but actions carry the true meaning. You must show through consistent behavior that you are responsible and sincere. Treat Rex with care and respect at all times." Rafi nodded earnestly. "I understand, sir. I promise to act carefully and responsibly from now on." Imran motioned for Rafi to walk beside him as they moved along the park path. Rex walked calmly at Imran's side, occasionally glancing at Rafi. Rafi noticed the dog's watchful eyes and strong presence. Each step he took was a reminder that respect had to be earned, and trust was fragile but precious. Rafi decided to participate in Rex's routine exercises to show his sincerity. Imran allowed him to assist in some simple commands under careful supervision. "Rafi, today you will help guide Rex through basic exercises. Follow my instructions and act calmly," Imran said. Rafi nodded, feeling a mixture of nervousness and excitement. He instructed Rex to sit, stay, and come, speaking softly and clearly. Rex responded immediately, showing both obedience and intelligence. Rafi realized how patient and disciplined the dog was, and he felt humbled by the experience. After the exercises, Rafi suggested taking Rex for a walk around the park under Imran's guidance. Imran agreed, watching carefully as Rafi held the dog's harness gently. The morning air was crisp, and the sun created long shadows across the park. Rafi moved slowly, aware that Rex's calm and alert behavior required careful handling. As they walked, Rafi noticed how people in the park admired Rex. Children waved, and adults smiled. Noticing the dog's discipline and presence, Rafi realized that Rex was not only a trained canine dog, but also an ambassador of trust and safety for the town. Rafi spoke quietly to Imran. "I want to help in any way I can. I want to support you and Rex, even if it is just small tasks. I want to show that I am serious about respect and responsibility." Imran nodded. "That is a good attitude, Rafi. Respect is earned through consistent actions. Helping in small ways is a start, and over time it will show your sincerity." Rafi spent the morning assisting Imran and Rex, carrying water bottles, setting up small training exercises, and observing Rex's behavior carefully. Each action he took was deliberate, thoughtful, and full of care. He wanted to prove that he could be responsible, and he felt a growing sense of pride as he worked alongside them. During a break, Rafi sat under a tree and offered Rex a treat again. Rex accepted it calmly, looking at Rafi with intelligent eyes that seemed to understand his intentions. Rafi smiled, feeling a connection forming between them. He realized that trust once earned could create a bond stronger than any other. Imran watched Rafi carefully. "You are showing progress, Rafi. Remember, respect is more than obedience. It is patience, care, and understanding. It is noticing what others need and acting responsibly. These lessons are not only for interacting with dogs, but for life in general." Rafi listened attentively. He felt the meaning of Imran's words sinking in deeply. He had spent his youth acting recklessly, enjoying the thrill of daring jokes and stunts without thinking about consequences. But now he understood that true strength came from responsibility and respect. The afternoon passed with Rafi assisting Imran and Rex in various exercises. He learned how Rex guided Imran safely through the park, how the dog reacted to unexpected sounds, and how he maintained constant awareness of his surroundings. Each observation was a lesson in discipline, loyalty, and care. By the end of the day, Rafi felt exhausted but fulfilled. He had worked hard, acted responsibly, and demonstrated sincerity in his actions. Rex lay calmly beside Imran, eyes alert but relaxed. Rafi approached and knelt down, patting the dog gently. "Thank you for letting me learn from you, Rex. I will always respect you and your work." Imran smiled. "You are learning well, Rafi. Remember, respect is ongoing. Trust must be maintained. Today is only one step, but it is an important one." Rafi felt a strong sense of gratitude. He had come to the park hoping to apologize, but he left with a deeper understanding of responsibility, trust, and respect. He realized that actions mattered more than words, and that even small gestures of care could make a difference. As the sun began to set, casting golden light across the park, Rafi walked home slowly, thinking about the lessons he had learned. He had started the day feeling nervous and unsure, but he ended it feeling determined and inspired. He knew that he had made a mistake, but he also knew that he could grow from it and become a better person. That evening, Rafi sat by his window, reflecting on the day. He thought about Rex, the disciplined and loyal canine dog who had taught him so much without words. He thought about Imran, who had guided him patiently, showing him the importance of respect and responsibility. And he thought about himself, realizing that he had taken the first step toward becoming more mindful, careful, and respectful. Rafi made a promise to himself. He would continue to learn, continue to act responsibly, and continue to respect those around him, both human and animal. He understood that true respect was earned through consistent actions, patience, and understanding. The lessons from Rex and Imran would stay with him forever. As night fell over the town, Rafi felt a deep sense of peace. He had faced his mistake, taken responsibility, and begun the journey of making amends. He knew that the path ahead would require effort and care, but he was ready. He had learned that respect and trust were priceless, and he was determined to honor both every day. The morning sun rose over the small town of Miranpur, painting the streets with warm golden light. Rafi felt a sense of excitement mixed with responsibility as he prepared for the day. Today was different. Today, he would not just observe or assist. He wanted to fully earn the trust of Rex and show Imran that he had learned the true meaning of respect. Rafi walked toward the park where Imran and Rex often trained. The air was fresh, carrying the scent of flowers and the soft sounds of birds. His heart pounded, but he kept his steps steady and careful. He held a small bag in his hand, containing treats for Rex and a few items for Imran as a token of appreciation. As he entered the park, he saw Imran standing under the large tree where they had met before. Rex sat calmly at his side, alert and attentive. The dog's eyes immediately focused on Rafi as if assessing his intentions. Rafi paused for a moment, bowing slightly to Imran and speaking softly. "Good morning, sir. I have come to continue learning and to show that I respect Rex and the work you both do. I hope you will allow me to participate." Imran nodded gently. "Good morning, Rafi. Your return is a positive sign. Remember, respect is shown through consistent actions. Today you will have a chance to prove your sincerity. Follow my guidance carefully." Rafi's stomach fluttered with nerves, but he nodded. He knelt and offered Rex a treat. The dog sniffed it carefully, then accepted it gently, wagging his tail slightly. That small gesture filled Rafi with confidence. He felt a deeper connection forming, and he understood that trust was slowly being built between them. Imran began the day with a series of exercises designed to test coordination, trust, and focus. Rex guided Imran along a winding path, alert to obstacles and sudden movements. Rafi followed closely, careful to stay out of Rex's way while still participating. He observed how the dog responded to Imran's subtle commands and maintained vigilance at all times. "Notice how Rex remains calm, but aware," Officer Samir explained as he joined them. "Even in simple exercises, he evaluates his surroundings and acts responsibly. That is why respect and careful handling are so important. You are part of the team now, Rafi, and you must act with sincerity." Rafi nodded, absorbing every word. He felt a deep sense of humility as he realized that Rex's loyalty and discipline were not just natural traits but the result of years of training, patience, and trust. Next, Rafi was invited to lead Rex through a controlled obstacle course under Imran's supervision. His hand shook slightly as he held the harness, but he focused on clear, calm instructions. "Sit, Rex, wait, follow me." The dog moved smoothly, responding to each command with precision. Rex guided Rafi through the course as Imran observed carefully, offering guidance when necessary. Each obstacle was completed flawlessly, and Rafi felt a surge of pride. He realized that his actions, calmness, and care directly affected Rex's performance. After the obstacle course, Imran allowed Rafi to practice basic commands again. He instructed the dog to sit, stay, and come while Rafi spoke softly but confidently. Rex responded immediately, showing trust in Rafi's sincerity. The young man felt a strong sense of accomplishment, understanding that trust was being earned step by step. During a break, Rafi and Imran sat under the tree while Rex rested nearby. Rafi offered more treats to the dog, who accepted them calmly but remained alert. Rafi spoke quietly, almost to himself. "I understand now, Rex. I understand how important your work is and how much trust matters. I will always treat you with care and respect." Imran watched him with a gentle smile. "You are learning the true value of responsibility, Rafi. Remember, respect is not given lightly. It is earned through patience, care, and consistent actions." The afternoon continued with Rafi assisting in a series of more advanced exercises. He helped set up training objects, observed Rex's behavior, and acted carefully and responsibly in every task. Rex remained calm but alert, responding to Imran's commands and watching Rafi with intelligent eyes. One of the exercises involved tracking a hidden object across the field. Rafi followed Imran and Rex closely, ensuring he stayed calm and did not interfere. Rex sniffed carefully, moved steadily, and located the object with precision. Rafi felt amazed at the dog's skill and discipline. He realized that Rex's abilities were not just impressive. They were life-saving tools for Imran and the community. As the day progressed, Rafi practiced giving commands and assisting in exercises, always speaking calmly, moving carefully, and observing Rex's reactions. He learned that even small, careless actions could disrupt the dog's focus. Each success, each smooth exercise, reinforced the lesson he had learned. Responsibility, patience, and respect were essential. By late afternoon, Rafi felt a sense of accomplishment he had never known before. He had come to the park hoping to show apology, but he was leaving with a deeper understanding of trust, discipline, and respect. He knelt beside Rex and spoke softly. "Thank you for letting me learn, Rex. I promise to always treat you with care and respect. I will never forget the lessons you and Imran have taught me." Rex sniffed Rafi gently, then nudged his hand with his nose. It was a small gesture, but for Rafi it felt like acceptance, a sign that trust had begun to form between them. Imran smiled at Rafi, his eyes kind but serious. "You have made great progress today. Remember, trust is ongoing and respect must be shown every day. Today you have taken a step, but the journey continues." Rafi nodded eagerly. He understood that learning respect and responsibility was not a one-time lesson, but a continuous effort. He felt proud that he had taken this important step and determined to continue growing. As the sun dipped low on the horizon, casting golden light over the park, Rafi walked alongside Imran and Rex. The dog moved gracefully, alert but calm, and Rafi felt a sense of peace and gratitude. He realized that he had grown not only in understanding of Rex's abilities, but also in his own maturity and awareness. People passing through the park noticed the scene. Rafi walking carefully beside Imran, Rex at their side, a picture of calm coordination and trust. Some smiled, recognizing the young man who had once acted thoughtlessly, now demonstrating care and responsibility. Rafi knew that this was more than a lesson about a dog. It was a lesson about life, about how actions mattered, how respect was earned, and how trust could create bonds stronger than fear or misunderstanding. As they reached the edge of the park, Imran turned to Rafi. "You have shown sincerity and patience, Rafi. Today you have earned a part of Rex's trust. Remember this feeling, and continue to act with responsibility. Your actions define who you are." Rafi felt a deep sense of pride and gratitude. "Thank you, sir. I will continue to act responsibly and respectfully. I promise to honor the lessons I have learned." Rex barked softly, as if affirming Rafi's words. The dog's loyalty, intelligence, and calm demeanor reminded Rafi that respect was not just a word. It was demonstrated through every careful action and thoughtful choice. As the evening fell and the sky turned a soft pink, Rafi walked home slowly, reflecting on the journey of the past days. He had started as a careless young man, thinking a simple joke was harmless. Now he understood the value of responsibility, the importance of trust, and the meaning of respect. That night, Rafi sat by his window looking at the stars. He thought about Rex, the disciplined and loyal canine dog, and Imran, who had guided him with patience and wisdom. He realized that the lessons he had learned extended far beyond the park or the dog. They were lessons about life, about how actions had consequences, and about how trust and respect could shape a person's character. Rafi made a silent promise to himself. He would continue to act responsibly, treat others with care, and honor the trust he had earned. He would never forget Rex's loyalty, Imran's guidance, or the lessons that had transformed him from a careless young man into someone who understood the true value of respect. From that day on, Rafi often visited the park, assisting Imran and Rex, observing the dogs in training and learning more about their work. He grew into a young man admired not just for his skills or daring attitude, but for his thoughtfulness, responsibility, and respect for all living beings. Rex continued to perform his duties faithfully, guiding and protecting Imran with unwavering focus. The bond between human and dog remained strong, a testament to trust, patience, and loyalty. Rafi understood that this bond was not only a lesson for him, but also an example of how respect and care could change lives. And so, in the quiet town of Miranpur, the story of a young man, a blind handler, and his loyal canine dog became a tale of growth, learning, and respect. It was a story that reminded everyone that even small mistakes could teach great lessons, and that true strength lay in responsibility, patience, and the care we show to others. Rafi smiled, feeling a warmth in his heart. He had learned an important truth. Respect is earned, trust is precious, and actions define a person. And with that knowledge, he knew he was ready for any challenge that life might bring.